Hello everybody, my name is Aaron. Today we're going to do a screen replacement on a broken Samsung Galaxy LTE. Rugby LTE, that is. Okay, so this has got a cracked screen. I already pulled the battery off, cover on the back off. Alright, what you're going to need is a new screen. Okay, with this guy right here, that's very important. Make sure that you got that setup going on. This screen is quite a bit of hardware here because of the waterproof capabilities of the Rugby. I have a pretty standard screen replacing toolkit. This stuff you can find on eBay for pretty cheap. I don't think there's more than $40 worth of hardware in front of me. So let's get started. Pull the back off, and then there's some screws around the edges here. So I'm going to pull out my prying tool here. We're just going to separate the back from the buttons just like that. Pull out everything from the back and then stick it on the new. So what do we got for screws now? It screws around the edges here. You want to keep your screws separate, especially if they're different sizes, so you know where to put them back in. The Rugby LTE is especially hard because once you're done this, people are going to assume that it's waterproof. So you're going to have to do the job correctly the first time, or else you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, there's another black screw. Goodness. This guy right here looks like he's attached to the speaker. So I'm just going to pry that up and off. Okay, and we have another one right here that's probably attached to this button. Pry up and off, and everything else looks clear. Oh, we have one under here. You can see that ribbon cable. So we're going to pull up the buttons with the Mobo here as best we can. Make sure that's behind. There we go. Coming loose, it's just a delicate dance here. Take your time, don't panic. Having a little difficulty with these buttons. And there is what's holding that screen on. That is this guy right there. So we want to make sure to pry that off ever so gently. If you don't have one of these red tools, you can use a credit card, which is pretty much the same, and the button came off. So that's your Rugby. And this is going to be annoying because we have to take everything off here and put it onto this one. Okay, so SIM card slot and micro SD slot. This is simply being held on by double-sided tape, it looks like. So here it comes. Just giving it just enough pressure. Oh, look at all that goop. Okay, so that's coming up. Might be able to use my fingers by now. And underneath there. There we go. Okay, so you might have to put some double-sided sticky on there, put on the next one. We're gonna leave that face down for now. We're after this guy right here. Okay, we're just going to pop out the speaker. Bend those prongs back. There it's coming. Oh, double-sided tape again. Once again, very delicate. There's ribbons here. There we go. Double-sided tape. So, looks like we got everything off. Cool. So let's stick it speaker on first. I'm gonna go just like that. We're gonna put the SIM card an SD card back in the same way we pulled it off. There you go. Perfect. Sticky. All right. Now we're gonna, this is the harder part here. We gotta line up these buttons and line up this plug. So I think I'm gonna put the buttons in first. There we go. And plug in the cable. We're missing a rubber button here on the side, so I'm just going to pull off of this guy. There we go. You want to make sure your sensor lines up right in there. We're going to put this back in for the speaker. And then we're going to slide this button back in. There's a little notch. Okay, and it lines up with the button on there. Perfect. Make sure that button slides down in place. You can press it, double check to make sure that the button works. Sweet deal. Now it's just a matter of lining up. These buttons are all lined up. Fantastic. Now we're just going to screw her back in. I forgot one little thing here. The board wasn't lining up correctly. And one of my connectors is underneath the board here. So I'm just going to try and coax it out, being as gently as possible without breaking anything. Right on the verge of the max here that this thing can handle. There we go. All right. Oh, that's my button. So this guy right in there. Perfect. Okay, so let's put that button back on. There they are. All the screws are back in. We're going to put the back case back on, lining up the camera correctly. We want to make sure that everything is snug. All right. Just going to slap that boy right back on there. Okay. Should be able to pinch it back into place here and then get the screws in to tighten it up. Sweet deal. Let's do this. Gonna make sure our buttons are all in. I'm missing a button on this side. There we go. You want to make the screws nice and tight. You're dealing with waterproof stuff. Tighter the better. Make sure you don't strip them, because if you made a mistake, you're not going to be able to come back in. So there you have it, guys. You have your screws in. I'm going to slap the battery back in here. We're going to give her a boot. There it is. Screen's working. Fantastic. Let's just check the touch as soon as it boots. So there you have it, guys. The phone is working. The touch is working. We're solid. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more, make sure you hit up the channel. Well, a bunch of stuff's coming in. Make sure you hit up the channel. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Ciao.